I want to help people defeat self-defeating behaviors. Because we do, we self-talk each other out of everything. Anybody talk themselves out of a dream? Some of us, right? You're like, oh man, I can't do that, I don't want it. Hopefully, this will help. Hopefully. So I'm a real engaging speaker. Like I ask questions. I'm like, hey, what's up? Hey, what do you think about this? I like to feed off the audience. So by all means, this is like, throw some stuff at me, I'll throw some stuff back at you. So this is everything we're going to talk about right here. This is not death by PowerPoint. Some people are like, oh, slides. No, seriously, not death by PowerPoint. This is just a guided discussion. That's all this is. This is basically a guided discussion. And hopefully I teach you some things, and I use this with my family, I use it with my friends, and everybody I've come across, they absolutely love it. And there's some cool videos in here. Like this one right here. Nope, it's not good. Just kidding.
Dismissed from drama school with a note that read, wasting her time, she's too shy to put her best foot forward. Turned down by the demo recording company who said, we don't like their sound, and guitar music is on the way out. A failed soldier, farmer, and real estate agent, at 38 years old, went to work for his father as a handyman.
Oh, sorry. That video cut out. I don't know why I did that. Wow, what is it doing? Okay, well anyway, let's press on. But you see that the famous failures, right? It's not just Hollywood. Everybody fails at something, right? I was almost failing at life at one time. I was a functioning alcoholic. I was a mess. But out of that tragedy, I learned to have an attitude of gratitude. It's basically a thankfulness and wonder. Anybody have an attitude of gratitude? Like you wake up every day and you're like, yes. Okay, who's a catastrophizer? I made up this word, it's called catastrophizing. Here's what happens. You wake up and you're like, I gotta get coffee, I gotta get coffee. There's no coffee! And then you freak out, right? And then you're like, okay, I gotta get dressed. And then you get dressed and then there's no hot water. You're like, oh, come on! And then you get in your car to go to work and you're like, there's no gas. Are you serious? And so by the time you're on the road, you're already like, catastrophize. Now who's a catastrophizer? I just did that yesterday. Right, so gratitude, right? Thankfulness and wonder. That's basically all it is. We want to have an attitude of gratitude. I'm going to give you 3 action steps in this whole presentation that you can use as soon as you leave this room. 3 action steps, okay? This guy's super happy. Who's ever seen Rambo? I love anything Stallone. I don't know. Rocky, like greatest Brazilian story ever. Love Rocky. If my wife and I are going out somewhere and Rocky's on, I'm like, it's ridiculous. Yeah. So, you can see why gratitude matters. All these reasons right here. Who would love to have better health? Oh, yeah, right? Right? That hugging thing, it's like, amazing. So everybody's like positive, all this stuff. So, we have what's called the broaden and build theory. The broaden and build theory, and on the bottom you can research any of my slides I have. This is all fact-based research, everything. I didn't like make this stuff up. Like this is straight up, like you can Wikipedia it. Right? So Barbara Fredrickson in 2002, what she did was she says, let's take a bunch of people and let's make them miserable. Literally, she was like, let's make them miserable, right? And then they took a bunch of other people and says, let's do nothing but positive stuff, all positive. Then they intermingled the two. And the positive emotions outweighed the negative emotions. Smiling is contagious, right? Hugging, brings positive emotions. An attitude will always reflect leadership. It always will. So people wake up all the time and they're miserable at their jobs. Why? Is it because you're not following your purpose? Or is it because of the environment? Or is it because your attitude is reflecting everything that's going on around you? I say change the environment. So everywhere I go, I always try to be like a positive influence to people. My goal, like I said, I want to inspire the uninspired. The effect that you have on other people is the greatest currency that we own as human beings. The effect that you have on each and every person that you encounter in your entire day, in your entire life, that's the greatest currency we have. So those catastrophizers are always negative. They're always driving down negative emotions. But we want you to be positive, right? And so LeBron the Build Theory says positive emotions build on each other, just like negative emotions do. But having positive emotions will undo those negative effects. So here's our first action step, right? Counting blessings. I do this all the time. And a great way to do it is to do it at dinner. At my dinner table, there are no phones, there is no TV, there is nothing but us and the family. We live a lot of lives, fast-paced, all the time, okay? So, identify 3 things that went well in the past 24 hours. Somebody throw me out a blessing real quick. Who's got a blessing?
Hanging out at Mike McCarthy's house.
Oh, dude, that was awesome, right?
Woke up this morning.
I met you yesterday, I met you yesterday. Yes.
Got an extension on one of our houses.
Boom. I bet that was like, whew, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I had an amazing ice cream sandwich last night.
It's the simple things, right?
It's the best.
My cat was sick and the doctor said she was never going to get better, and the next time I took her in, she was healed.
Boom!
Wow.
They got the fur babies.
I went out and had an amazing dinner with my dad and my brother and my girlfriend.
Oh, that's awesome. So simple things, right? It takes 66 times for you to do a habit, okay? So in order for you to form a habit, you have to do something 66 times. If you did 3 blessings every day for 66 days, that's 198 different blessings. Can you name 198 different things that you're thankful for right now? Probably not. But I bet you can do it 3 days or 3 times a day for 66 days. And after 66 days, everything becomes a habit. We do this all the time. So a lot of what happens is you're like, hey man, how was your day? Okay. Okay. What went well? So what I do with my kids, I'm like, what are you thankful for today? What was the greatest thing that ever happened to you today? My daughter, she's 9 years old, she's like, I got to color and we didn't have homework. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. You know what I mean? But, sometimes they're like, oh, I'm thankful for shoes. And I'm like, okay, deeper than that. Like, let's go deeper, you know what I mean? It's always like hit you in the feels, like, I'm thankful for you. And you're like, oh. Yes, few and far between, but yeah, I do no TV, no phones, no nothing in my dinner table. My mom comes and she's like, I'm like, I will break your phone. My mom's like, excuse me? I'm like, I'm just kidding, I just don't want you to phone to the table. That's what she does, she's like, But yeah, so you have to, after you do your blessings, you have to figure out who contributes to it. I've written a thank you letter to people, be like, hey man, I really appreciate you, thank you very much, and it like totally turned them around. You shoot them an email, hit them a Facebook post. I mean, so if you were to hashtag counting blessings, you'll see all of my friends and family and everybody that I've ever given this presentation to, I always do hashtag counting blessings. And if you do that, you'll see all kinds of stuff. You know who Zig Ziglar is? Yeah. Tom Ziglar, he's doing counting blessings. He's doing 3 blessings a day for 66 days. He's doing it. So we're like back and forth. I'm like, oh, he's like, I'm blessing for Advil. I'm like, Advil, huh? So then he tells me the story. I'm like, oh, okay, I got it, yeah. So, yeah, definitely, Tylenol, all that stuff, allergy medicine, counting blessings. You never know. So we're going to talk about values and goals. So we're going to take our blessings and we're going to move it forward, right? So here's our action step 2, counting blessings. Values and goals, how many people have gone through their life and they're saying, what do you want to be when you grow up? How many people have heard that? Pretty much everybody, right? Is anybody right now doing exactly what you said you wanted to do when you were asked that question? We have a natural progression of things. You go to elementary school, you go to middle school, you go to high school, you go to college, you get a job. Right? That's the natural progression of things. But we're asking the wrong questions, right? So what do you value?
I'm just saying, I'm about to be alive.
There you go, dude. Oh, dude, I'm right with you, man. I was not almost alive one time.
So
trust me, I value life. Plus, I got 3 awesome kids now, so yeah, I gotta live for them. But we don't ask the questions. A lot of times, what they say is, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" "Oh, a doctor? Yeah, that's cool, man. Do that." "Hey, what do you want? Oh, you want to be a real estate agent? Yeah, man, that's awesome. Do that." "Oh, you want do that? Do that." But we don't ask the right questions. So, in order to do that, you have to ask yourself, "What do you value?" I value family. I value honesty, loyalty. But you can't value family and then not do it. So, I want you to do a self-assessment right now in your head. Ready? Here's your self-assessment. You want to see what somebody values? Look at their calendar and look at their bank account. Time and money are the 2 things that people will not give up no matter what. So if you tell me that family is your value, but yet your bank account says that I'm at work all the time, or I'm at lunch all the time, or I'm doing something else, and your calendar says I'm at work, or I've got meetings, or I've got this, then your goals and your values are not lining up. Values are where you want to be in life, but goals are the accomplishments along the way. I have a ton of goals. Like, I want to help everybody. That's a huge goal. But how am I going to do that? I got to have a value. So my value is people. I value people. I value relationships. I value all that. So in the military, I have to be a certain rank. Like, I want to get to the top of the top. Now, I want to be like in charge, but I don't necessarily want to go to college to do stuff. I have, but I was like, math homework. Oh, I got to write a 2,200-page paper. This is ridiculous, But it's something that I had to do, so I don't necessarily value the education part, but a goal of mine was to get that degree so that I can get more rank. Right? So you can attribute a goal and a value to equal the same thing. I love pizza and ice cream. But I also want to go to the gym and be like Jack Diesel when I get out. But I love pizza and ice cream. So my values and goals are not lining up, right? So the values are your moral compass. It's your leading principles. This is what guides you. Right? So that self-assessment I told you about. Check your bank account just for 30 days. Scroll through your phone when you get a chance. and look what you spent money on, and then see if that lines up with your values. Look at your calendar and see if your values are being lived out, right? So I call it living your brand, okay? Who remembers this movie?
Yeah.
Where is this?
Hey, I have a question for you. Are we really friends? Why not? I mean, because friends can tell each other anything if we have our friends hats on, right? I think so. All right. I'll tell you why you don't have your $10 million yet. Right now, you are a paycheck player. You play with your head, not your heart. Your personal life, heart. But when you get on the field, it's all about what you didn't get, who's to blame, who underthrew the pass, who's got a contract you don't, who's not giving you your love. You know what? That is not what inspires people. That is not what inspires people. Just shut up. Play the game. Play it from your heart. And you know what? I will show you why. That's the truth, man. That's the truth. Can you handle it? It's just a question between friends. You know? Oh, and when they call you shrimp, I'm the one who defends you. I want to be friends with you. That word wrong. That's my word.
What did Cuba getting value on the field?
Contract, money, fame.
Contract, money, fame, right? What did he do off the field?
Family.
Family, right? So you can see the contrast in values, right? You have to live out your values.
What movie is it?
Jerry Maguire. If you've never seen Jerry Maguire, it is amazing. I'm sure it's on Netflix. So here's the questions that you have to ask yourself. Here's our action step 2, right? Define our values. What qualities do we want to exhibit as a person? Nobody wakes up in the morning and says, you know, I'm just going to fail all day today. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wake up, I'm just going to be late to work, I'm just going to suck at life all day today. We'll see what happens. Nobody does that. I know when I hit the alarm clock, I'm like, crap! It's like panic mode, like you're like jumping into your, you know. I hate being late to stuff. I hate being late, but that's a quality that I want to exhibit is I don't want to be late to things. Right? Another value is like I value those relationships. What do I want to be known for? I want to be known that I want somebody to come up to me at the end of my life. I want somebody to come up to me and says, because you inspired me, I didn't give up. Because I had nobody. I didn't have that. I didn't have people pouring into me and mentoring me. I just kind of did the military thing. Hey, you got to go here. Yes, sir. And that was it. There was nothing outside of that. So if I wasn't told to do something, I just, I was like, whatever. Go home and hang out on the couch. And I got my dog, But I didn't have anybody pouring into me. So you have to ask yourself, what do you want to be known for? That's the main question. And that's where you formulate your values. Okay? You got to own it. In order to make goals, you got to own it. We know the goal thing, right? We know it's got to be obtainable. It's got to be realistic. It's got to be, right? But there's more to it than that. There's way more to it than that. You got to have accountability partners. Here's how we set our goals, right? We have our values. Okay? Well, here's what I want you to do. In the next day, sooner and later, that's what I do every single day. Who has a personal growth plan? Who has a personal growth plan? Outstanding. Personal growth plan is what I'm going to tell you to do right now. Build a personal growth plan. What can I do now in order to obtain a goal that I'm working towards? What can I do soon? What can I do later? I do that every single day. When I wake up, I have a chart. It's like my vision board. I'm like, this is what I'm intending to do. At some point, I want to be like John Broman right on stage. You know what I mean? That's what I want to be, right? So, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do soon? And what am I going to do later? My personal development is 1 hour of just watching Tony Robbins, Joel Osteen, Eric Thomas, love Eric Thomas, Zig Ziglar, John Maxwell. I'm actually a John Maxwell speaker, certified John Maxwell, all that stuff. I can teach any of his principles and stuff like that. That's something that I wanted to do. John Maxwell is an amazing leadership guru. I do different things in order to push myself to where I want to be. Remember, values are where you want to be in life, but goals are the accomplishments along your way. Does that make sense? Am I making sense up here? Awesome. Outstanding, huh? So values are where you want to be in life, and goals are the accomplishments along the way. Okay? So, how do we do this? This is right here. You got to find a way to trip over your goals. I'm building a '66 Mustang in the garage. What I would do is I would lay car parts between the kitchen and like the laundry room that leads out to the garage, and my wife would actually trip over, but that wasn't the point. I would actually put them there because every time I do laundry, I'm like, yeah, I do laundry. So, I look and I'm like, oh, I gotta get that car, yeah, I gotta get that, yeah, I got it. Because life gets crazy sometimes. So you find ways to triple over your goals. When I was trying to make rank and all that, in my hat, when I take off my hat, I had stripes for my insignias and stuff. And I was like, that's what I'm attaining to be. That's what I want. So it's like always with you. It's like vision boards, accountability partners, all that stuff. You have to have that. So set out a goal. This is what I want to do, and then break it down into sub-goals. All right? And then have that vision board. I'm telling you, it's going to revolutionize your life. Okay? But you want to set daily or weekly check-ins. I do that all the time. Every Sunday when I come home from church, that's what I do. I sit down and I'm like, did I actually live up my values this week? You know? And then you'll have friends around you that I'm going to talk about next, but you'll have friends around you that will keep you on task. Okay? So we're going to chart our course. Nobody goes on a trip like you drove, right? A lot of people drove. Nobody gets in the car and says, I'm going to drive to this conference, or I'm going to get on a plane, I'm going to drive to the airport, and they don't use a GPS. Like this, let's see where life takes us. Nobody does that, right? Unless you do, that's awesome. But I'm OCD, so I can't do that. I have to like set coordinates. I'm like, okay, I got my gas plan, I got my hotel plan, you know what I mean? Nobody just gets in the car and says, oh, no gas? Let's just see what happens. Nobody does that. So we have to chart our course. Okay? So you select one of your values, you select one of your goals, and then you break it down. Here's what I'm going to do today. Here's what I'm going to do tomorrow. Here's what I'm going to do the next day. And you literally break it down every single day of the week. And then at the end of the week, you check in. Did I obtain it or did I not? Did I meet my goals and values or did I not? Right? But I call it living your brand. Does the GPS stop? Does it ever just quit on you? Me and Lola, that's my GPS name. Me and Lola would have an entirely different conversation. And she's like, turn left at the, well, just kidding, you missed it. Bye-bye. Ah! I'd be freaking out, right? GPSs don't do that. GPS will recalculate and recalculate and recalculate, and it will get you to your destination if you let it, right? But sometimes we are our own worst enemies. I had to get out of my own way so that I could make a way. Because of my self-defeating behaviors and my just all the crap that I was doing, and I wasn't living right, and I was, functioning alcoholic, and I was just doing stupid stuff to people, and it was just a mess. So I had to get out of my own way in order to make a way. That's what we need to do, right? Step outside of ourselves, because we're really, life assessment, where do I want to be, right? And set those goals and values. Because that GPS, that's what you need to be. Because we're never going to stop, right? You agree with that? We're never going to stop attaining our goals. We have a passion for what you do, right? You all have a passion. You just got to find it and live it out. I call it living your brand. Whatever you value, that is your brand. Live your brand. Real estate, right? I'm going to go ahead and say that you're pretty awesome real estate agents. I'm just going to say that, right? Do you live that out every day? Do you go above and beyond? Do you do everything more than the next real estate agent?
Definitely try our best.
Here's what I found out.
Family planning.
That's amazing. Here's what I found out, right? If I want to be a speaker, because there's amazing, everybody knows there's amazing speakers in the world, right? So as I started this journey, I'm like, how do I set myself apart? If you're a real estate, how do we set ourselves apart? And here's what I found out. It's me. It's you. It's you. It's you. You set yourself apart. Anybody can go to Walmart or Target. Why do they choose Walmart? Why do they choose Target? It's all about marketing. It's all about, oh, I like Walmart because of this, or I like Target because of this. Same brand, same store, basically, essentially the same thing, but two different places that people want to go to. And why we choose that place, that's what sets yourself apart, because it's Walmart, it's Starbucks, it's, all these different places. So in order for you to set yourself apart from the same people that are doing the same things, it's you. You set yourself apart. And the effect that you have on people is going to set you apart from everybody else. Does that make sense? Now, Stan, that's good preaching. Alright, so what is your why? My kids made me throw this in here. Almost done.
Fruitcake? No, thanks. Now we get down to tax of breasts. Tax. Who are you, Jack Frost? What is your setter? My setter? If Man and Moon chose you to be a guardian, you must have something very special inside. Here, this is how you see me, no? Very big, intimidating. But if you get to know me a little, well, go on. You are downright jolly, but not just jolly. I am also mysterious and fearless and caring. And at my center, there's a tiny wooden baby. Look closer. What do you see?
Yeah, big eyes.
Yes, big eyes, very big, because they are full of wonder. That is my center. It is what I was born with, eyes that have always seen the wonder in everything. Eyes that see lights in the trees and magic in the air. This wonder is what I put into the world and what I protect in children. It is what makes me a guardian. It is my center. What is yours? I don't know.
What is your center? Mine's my wife and kids. You pretend that you're a kite, right? And you're flying around. What is on the other end of that string? What centers you when the world just gets absolutely crazy around you? Alright? So I ask you, what is your center? You got a center? What is your center?
Yeah, it's the same thing. I have kids.
Oh man, if I don't even know what I would do. I got a 2-year-old. Some of y'all met her yesterday. I don't even know what I would do without her, man. She is my world. I mean, I love my kids, you know, all my kids, but that little one she is so like me.
So is all the others.
She's so like me. You know, my 13-year-old's a little bit of me, a little bit of the wife. My 9-year-old's a lot of the wife, a little bit of me. But this one is all me. You know what I mean? So it's amazing. What is your center?
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
Faith.
Faith?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm going to get to that. You're going to enjoy that. What's your center?
Family.
Family. Outstanding. What's your center? Yeah.
Family.
Family. Seems like a lot of us family, right? What's your center?
Health and happiness.
Yeah, happy. You think he had an attitude of gratitude? You think that's what he had, right? Attitude of gratitude? All right, so I have a friend I want to introduce you to, and we'll see what his center is.
Man, I'll tell you what, ain't about it, it ain't gonna meet in life, man. It's like this, man. You're like a butterfly flapping his wings deep down into the forest, man. It's gonna cause a tree fall like 5,000 miles away, man. If nobody sees it, nobody don't even happen. You know, the baby born into this world, you know, they don't got their friends, got nothing but to go come in and find out all about it, all the evil, man. Man, it seems like you don't even know, man. When it's like you're born into this world, man. And you got it's like this, like the dust and the wind, man. Or like the dang old candle wind, man. It don't matter, man. It's all the oldies, old time. You know what I think, man? Like the dang I think, therefore you are, man. Well, that's what we tell ourselves, isn't it, Boomhauer?
My meaning of life is this right here. Like, I am so humbled to be here and to be in front of you and to be at this conference, and I'm learning so much. Like, this is my purpose. This is what I want to do. I got 5 years left in the military. This is where I want to be. I want to inspire the uninspired and motivate people. You know? So this exactly, that's my passion. Alright? So if you find your passion, you will never work a day in your life, I guarantee you. You don't wake up to go to work. You wake up for your passion. You're able to get out of bed and say, I'm ready to go. Let's do this. Okay? You got to live out your passion, and it starts with your values. You have to value whatever this is in your life and have it at your center, and that is your why. You got to have a reason why you do what you do. If there's no reason for it, then you're not living out your passion, and you're literally committing spiritual suicide. Board of Directors. Who knows this guy right here?
Oh,
that's Uncle Eddie from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. You see a thing right there. I love Christmas. Love Christmas. I'm like the Griswolds. My house is ridiculous. So we have a board of directors. Here's our action step 3. Alright? Who is on your board of directors? You have a board of directors in your life? No? Okay, I'm going to help you out. You get along with your mom?
Yes.
You can ask her for advice?
Sometimes.
Board of directors. You got a cousin, favorite friend, sister,
Yeah.
brother? You ask them for advice?
Yes.
Board of directors. What does every CEO have in his company?
Board of directors.
A board of directors. What meetings do they go to? Board meetings, right? So what I was doing in my life, I was asking my mom for marriage advice. My mom has 3 divorces in her life. I'm asking for marriage advice. My wife was like, "You're so stupid." I'm like, "You're so mean to me." It was like, so my brother-in-law and my sister, they've been through everything. I mean, oh my gosh, if you knew the stuff that my brother-in-law and my sister have been through, wow. They've been married for, let's see, I don't know, 16 years or something like that. I asked him, like, what is the key to marriage, man? He's like, what can I do? I'm asking my brother-in-law. You know what he tells me? He's like, stop listening to your mother. You know, 3 divorces, and you're right. That's like asking a broke person for financial advice. Nobody does that. It's like, hey man, you financially know you're not. You know what I mean? Like nobody asks people who are bankrupt for financial advice. How'd you do that? No! But that's what I was doing. So I needed to restructure my board of directors. I had to have people in place. I had to have mentors. I had to have people around me that would influence me positively. Because a lot of times what happens is you have people in your life and they're always bringing you down. And they're always telling you like, no man, don't do that. No, it's not going to work. Oh man, you're failing. So what? So what if you fail? It's a learning experience. You pick out the counting blessings part. You pick out what happened good. You learn from that. You take the negative away and you build on the little good things that happen. And if you have enough good, positive things in your life, then amazing things will happen. But you have to have a board of directors. It can be positive or negative influences. It could be a person, place, or thing. December 2008. That's on my board of directors because I don't want to go back to that place. I don't drink anymore. I don't smoke. I don't do nothing. And you know, I became a Christian. So that's kind of my thing. But that's where my life's journey went. My wife. She dropped out of high school when she got pregnant at 16, and then I helped her get her high school diploma and correct her life and get her moving. You know, I'm on her board of directors. My kids are on my board of directors. All of you are on my board of directors. You know, Tim and I mean everybody, they're all on my board of directors. People that you meet, that you network with, are on your board of directors. Other real estate agents, I'm sure, are on your board of directors. Either the ones that you don't want to be like, or the ones that you want to aspire to be. Right? There's always somebody, there's always an idol, there's always somebody that we're looking to be like. Am I right? Those are your board of directors. Right? I'm sure Tim and Brian, they're on your board of directors, right? Absolutely. Because that's where we can draw, you know, wealth of knowledge from. Because there's no way I know every single thing about speaking, even though I've been doing it for 5 years and I've been certified in all these different programs. There's no way I could possibly know everything about it. So I have to go to other places and seek out more knowledge. And I beg you to do the same thing. Okay? Who knows this movie? For the love of the game? Detroit Tigers, I mean. Right? He said clear the mechanism. Anybody have a reminder like that? Something you can say that kind of grounds you? Right? And what's yours?
I use Tony Robbins' incantation.
Nice. Yeah.
Now I am the voice. I will lead, not follow. I will believe, not doubt. I will create, not destroy. I'm a force for good. I'm a leader. I will defy the odds, set a new standard, and step up.
Wow, awesome.
That's amazing. Anybody else have like a reminder?
Well, it's not a mantra, but it's a visualization. So if I have intrusive thoughts, or if I'm trying to meditate and I'm having a lot of thoughts, I picture my mind as a river, and the thoughts are just leaves floating down the river, and they come in, but they can also just go right out. So just let them go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
These are all like really cool creative things, and I'm not that creative.
I'll show you.
So I just kind of take a deep breath and just like focus. Like I look at whatever I need to do. Focus.
A lot of people say this too shall pass. Yeah.
I say Om Mani Padme Hum, which is in Sanskrit, it just means compassion, and I ground myself, and I I actually said that I've been a healer for about 27 years, so I surround myself with a bubble, and it's blue, and it's lit with golden flames, so that only love can get in and only love can get out, and I can do it in that amount of time.
But those spiritual reminders, they help you obtain your goals and values. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you have to have a spiritual value, right? Spiritual doesn't mean like religion or anything. It could be, it is what it is. This too shall pass. You know, it could be anything, but you attribute that to your board of directors, and it's on your board of directors, and it helps you follow your goals and values and passion, and you living out your values. Okay. So when you live your brand, these are the questions that you need to ask yourself right there. Those are the questions. What opportunities can I use in everyday life to live out my values? And when you live out your values, you'll find your passion. And when you find your passion, I'm telling you, something's going to rise up in you like, I have to do this. And it will consume every single part of your being. I guarantee you. That is your passion. Right? You are the CEO of your life. You need to invest wisely. Every CEO has a board around them. Every single one. You are the CEO of your life. Who is pouring into you? You may be pouring out so many times to people, but who is pouring into you? That's where your board of directors comes in. If you don't know where to go, you find somebody that you enjoy talking with, and they are helping you. They're on your board of directors, the Go Abundance and all that, right? Boom. That's it. So, I'll leave you with this. Your dreams are calling you. Are you going to have the courage to answer them or not? That's it. That's all I got. Thank you.